My Breeder Supply has got a special deal for you. Our portable incubators for the next 3 days, June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, are going to be half price. That is the best deal we have ever done, and it's a customer appreciation is what we want to show here. So, why would you get this? Who needs this? What are your alternatives? Well, you could. Some of you have bought pet brooders. You paid $1,200 to $1,400 for those things. This is going to be like, after you've got the discount, less than 160 bucks. That's half off our regular $318 or $315 price. And it's better. It's portable. You can run this thing in your house. It costs like less than 50 cents a day to run this thing. We leave this plugged in all the time we've got puppies. I've got puppies right now, and the puppies came home in this incubator, because it plugs into both your car and 110 volts or 220 volts. So wherever you are in the world, you can run this thing for literally pennies a day. Now, for Tammy and I, we go on a trip sometimes that might be a couple of hours because we can dramatically reduce our vet C-section costs. So some of you who are like on, Manhattan Island are paying $5,000-$6,000 for a C-section fee, and you could get that down to the kind of prices we pay, which is less than $1,000 with this device. It'll save you a ton of money, but that's not the important point here. The important point is it saves puppies. If you're having puppies and you don't have an incubator, then you're flirting with disaster. And this thing is portable. There is nothing to break on this. All the other incubators you see out there, they're what are called forced air incubators. They have a heating element, typically a light bulb and a fan. Light bulbs can break, fans can quit working, not with this device. Okay, so I'm going to open this thing. Well, first off, let's show you the temperature. It says right now it's set for 38 degrees. I can press this little button right here, and it's set for 38, and I can run that number up and down. And by the way, if I unplug it, I'll unplug it real quick. Oh, it's a tight fit. And I plug it back in again, it remembers the last temperature. It does not have to be reset. Once you've programmed this thing up, it's good to go. Okay, so now let's open this thing up. And by the way, you can have this thing cracked open if you want to. If you've got a lot of puppies in there, you can have it wide open. The way this works is all the heat comes up through the floor. This just feels nice and toasty warm. I'm going to get an infrared thermometer and we'll measure this temperature. It's 37.1, and that's what it's reading on the display because I unplugged it briefly. So this thing maintains its temperature, and the heat comes up through the floor, which means that puppies don't get dried out with these forced air incubators, which is every other incubator I'm familiar with. They're not portable and they're forced air, which means they dry the air out. So you have to have a nebulizer. This will not dry the air out because the heat the puppies get comes up through the floor into their body. There's a light here, so you can put this thing by your bed. At night time, you can just crack this thing open and you can see how the puppies are doing. We put a paper towel in there. And then we place the puppy on top of that, and I've got a puppy here. There's a puppy in there, just put the puppy in. And that puppy will go to, that's a
2.5-week-old puppy.
That's a big puppy. You can get up to 11 newborn puppies in here. Obviously, you can't get 11 puppies this size. You could probably get 4 in there, but you're not in that situation. Typically, when you need this for a puppy that's older, it's a single puppy that's in trouble and it needs some help. But this puppy here, if I close this up and leave this puppy in here for about a minute, that puppy just fall asleep and be happy. And you can still peek in and see the puppy.
That's the vent.
Yes, so there's a vent here, so if you close it, it circulates a little bit of air, so the puppy gets fresh air. Okay, so there's the puppy. Puppy seems quite happy. Pretty little puppy.
I use a little bitty hand towel.
So Tammy likes to use a hand towel in there. But this thing is, there's no cracks, there's no holes, there's no openings, there's no fans. Little spritz with some kind of antibacterial product. Take yourself a paper towel, give it a little wipe. This thing's clean and sanitized and ready to go. So you want to take it on the road? Comes with a cigarette lighter adapter. This will work on 110 or 220 volts. So this literally will work anywhere in the world. So here's the deal. It's portable. It doesn't dry the puppies out. We've got two versions, by the way. There's a bigger version. It's about 3 times the physical floor area of this. It's only about $10 more expensive. Normally $317, $18. You're going to get this for like $158. That is the best deal we've ever done, and I bet you it's the best deal that Cody will ever do on this. For 3 days only. It starts June 1 through June the 3rd, and that's it. Off gets you that deal. You do have to pay shipping. Shipping is as low as $10 for slow shipping, and if you want it overnight, it's considerably more expensive than that. But however you want it shipped, we can take care of that for you. You can literally get this the next day. Saves puppies. If you don't have an incubator, you are honestly, in my opinion, absolutely messing up. You should absolutely get an incubator. And we believe this is the best incubator out there, and it's one of the least expensive. And at this price, half off, it's probably the cheapest one out there you will ever see.
Say the dates again.
June 1 through June 3 gets you 50% off. Use the code J50OFF, and I'll put it up there for you.
So that's just 3 days. June
Only
1st,
3 days. The
June
first,
2nd,
second, third, and it's off. That's
and
it.
3rd.
That's it. That's it. And so that is considerably less than he's ever. So customer appreciation, help save puppies. We want you to be successful. Get one of these. Thanks.